Today we're going to talk about yogurt and how to make it at home. First, you will need some yogurt. I know. Look at the ingredient list. You want active live cultures. And you only need a spoonful, so whatever happens to be left in your container is fine. You will also need milk. The fresher milk, the longer your yogurt will last. And then I use a crock pot and a jar and a candy thermometer. But you could use a regular pot, you can use a heating pad, just something to keep that jar warm. The first step in making yogurt is safety. So we need to make sure that all of our utensils are very clean, that our milk is fresh, and that we are going to pasteurize our milk first. This is a very easy process where you just heat the milk up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where your microwave comes in handy. In a glass bowl, you're going to put just the milk and microwave it for a minute. Give it a stir, check the temperature, microwave another minute. Sometimes this can take as many as 5 minutes, depending on your microwave. You do not want your milk to boil. Milk boils at around 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is too much. Heating your milk up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit kills off bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli, which can make you very sick. So keeping your milk pasteurized and then very clean afterwards is important. As your milk warms up, a skin will form on the top. This is totally normal. It's a little bit like pudding skin or something. When you stir it and check the temperature, you can remove that skin if you would like. Now our milk is up to the proper temperature. Be sure you're testing the milk and not the side of the bowl. Now I pour into a sterilized jar my heated milk, and I'm going to cover that and let that drop in temperature to around 115 degrees before adding the yogurt. So you can see the temperature is pretty close. So now it is time for the yogurt. Make sure that it is not expired yogurt. And it does not take a lot, but the more yogurt you add, the faster it will turn into yogurt. This whole process is basically just breeding live yogurt cultures in warm milk. So now we're going to put the lid on, which is also sterilized, and we are going to then keep our yogurt warm for anywhere from 6 to 12 hours. Give it a nice shake to distribute that yogurt throughout the milk. And I use a crock pot on the warm setting, but you need to check your temperature periodically to make sure that it stays around 110 to 115 degrees. After a few hours, I switch to a heating pad as my warming method with a towel wrapped around it. And it worked pretty well to accomplish the same thing, which is getting your milk to split. So at this point, the milk has split and become yogurt and whey. And it might look kind of terrible and like something's gone wrong, but that's exactly what's supposed to happen. And I had mine warm on its side, so it looks a little weird. Normally your whey would be more at the top. At this point, you can shake it and stir the whey back in and have a thin yogurt, or you can strain it out and make a Greek yogurt, which is what I'm going to do. And there you have it, yogurt, and you just let that sit for a while if you want a little thicker yogurt, and stir it back in with some flavorings or keep it plain, however you like it. And don't forget to keep that whey, because it is a little bit like buttermilk. You can use it in biscuits or bread or sourdough. Or if you don't want to do that, throw it in your garden. It's supposed to be very full of nutrients. So when we come back, we'll have some nice smooth yogurt. And here we go. Here is my strained yogurt. And it's pretty thick. That's how I like it. And then this is the whey, and I got a little bit more that I poured out because it didn't fit in the jar. But you'll see that I used a lot of milk, but I didn't get as much yogurt as milk. So that's why you want to use a good bit of milk if you need a lot of yogurt. Here is my finished yogurt. And you will want to add sugar or some sort of flavoring if you don't want a super tangy kind of goat cheese tasting yogurt, because that's how it comes out. It comes out with just plain milk, so there's no additional flavor. And I've paired mine with fruit. I often use a little bit of honey or vanilla, and it comes out great. And as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe.